Hey guys, this is Parney from Dash Guard Productions, and I finally got my Kartboy stopper. Now the reason why I got the Kartboy is because it's all plastic. With the Para one is metal, so the only real difference is when you're going from neutral and going to the left, it's the sound it makes. So the metal one has more of a clunky, louder sound, where the plastic one's gonna be a lot, like it's softer, and it's gonna not be as annoying if you call it that. So, got my shift stopper. You will need a 10mm wrench with an extender to get down there, and then you also need a number, I believe it's a number 5 Allen key to tighten everything down. So it should be really easy. It shouldn't take too long, but it should make a really big difference on the feel of the shifter.
Okay, here it is. I'm excited. There we go. This is the first time I'm actually looking at this as well. So, wow, it's pretty heavy actually. It's really heavy. I can actually smell the paint on it. Got it all bubble wrapped. I love the sound it makes. When I was a kid, every time I get the bubble wraps, I used to break every one individually. Don't want to drop it because I feel it's going to really break it. So almost here. All right, so that's the color. So it's a copper color, and the whole idea is to match my rims. Now looking at it, I mean, I don't really have a lot of light in this room right now. Let me see some of the reflection. Looks pretty good. It's not as shiny or glossy as my rims, but it's pretty similar. But maybe in the sunlight, it'll look a lot better. But it's pretty heavy. It's about 650 grams. And then if you look underneath it, it's all bored out. So instead of buying an entire shift assembly, like a Boomba, you just get this knob, which is a lot cheaper, and just put it on. So it'll create the same effect. It's obviously it's going to drop it only so much, but that's pretty cool, the inside of it. Very cool. So let's attach this and see how it feels. So if I measure it from the base, like the plastic trim here around the boot, and then try my best to line it up, and the shifter is in the middle, it's just at the 6-inch mark with the stock shifter. So swap it out. Like I said, it's really easy to do. Just spin it. Now it's out. I mean, for a stock shifter, it's not a bad weight to it. Remember, RSX had just all plastic, weighed like 10 grams. Now we'll put this one in. It looks a little lower. Let's line it up. At the base, try my best to kind of bring it to the middle. Just at the 5-inch mark or above, so 5 1/4. So it drops it a little bit, which I was expecting. Now, how it looks pretty awesome. Yeah, you feel a big difference in the weight. So I already installed a shift stopper down here, and when I put that in, the shift became a lot more notchier and harder to put in. But now with this weighter one, it's super smooth. So I'm gonna drive it around, and then we'll see how it feels, and then I'll get back to you. First, see, really it's a lot more harder, more mechanical. There's less slop to it, and going first to second, it's a lot better. Obviously, 3rd to 4th gear, there's no difference in that. But just having the weighted shift, it makes it a lot easier. So I highly recommend it. Maybe a downshift. Yeah, so the OEM one or the OEM setup here, it's a lot more to be desired. And just doing these two things here, it's really brings it up, and it's more enjoyable. Like, I like going to 3rd, 4th. I love shifting the gear now, whereas before it was just a bit of a chore and feels like you're just in the middle of nowhere. There's so much give and a lot of sloppy, and it does, the shifts are really long in this car, so this helps it out a lot. So this is the downshift. Yeah, a lot easier. Someone got pulled over. Yeah, a lot easier going to second as well, because when you go all the way left, you feel that hard stop and then go down, and it goes in really, really smooth. It's like you're slicing and dicing, right? It's a lot better.
Hey guys, so I'm rolling around the WRX with the shift stopper, and I also adjusted the OEM one so it's a little more closer to the shifter. So the difference on it is actually amazing, how much of a difference it'll make, because once you do the mod and add the shift stopper in and make fine-tune adjustments to it, you realize how much slack there is on the stock setup. So now that I'm driving around, it feels so much more mechanical and everything just slides nice and smooth and very linear the slides are. So I highly recommend anyone, every single person who has a WRX to get the shift stopper. It's a no-brainer. It costs like 30 bucks and it's really easy to do. You don't need to have any scales. Just if you can twist your fingers, you can easily do this mod. Even if you don't want to add anything to your car, you don't want to touch or add a shift stopper to it, even adjusting the stock OEM one, which you can fine tune it, makes a really big difference. So by just adjusting the stock one, you can make the feel to, or the shifter when it's in neutral and involved with right, you can make that a lot tighter so it feels even more linear and more direct. So that alone makes a huge difference. So I recommend you guys doing that. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.